This is Jeffrey Herrick. I'm owner of the Park Bench websites promoting the community of business owners and people who reside in the Park Hill, Central Park, and Central Park neighborhoods. These interviews are being posted very regularly, and today I'm interviewing Courtney Kielman here in Park Hill. She has an Airbnb and works for Zillow. And I would like to just have you introduce yourself, say a little bit about how you got into doing Airbnb.
Perfect. Hi, everyone. I'm Courtney Kielman. I've lived in Denver for 8 years, originally from Massachusetts. I travel a lot for fun and for work. I've lived abroad 3 different times, and I always use Airbnb. So it's just always been something that I've loved to utilize for my own travels. I've stayed in homes that the person who's hosting is living there. I've stayed in single rooms in a home. I've stayed in the entire home. So I've really gotten kind of the full Airbnb experience. And I love hosting people and telling them all the things that I love about Denver, promoting local businesses, and being able to afford to live in a city that I love by doing so.
And you work for Zillow, which is very interesting and somewhat connected to being involved in the real estate business of Airbnb. Do you want to say anything about what you do with Zillow?
Yeah, so I've worked at Zillow for almost 8 years now. I've worked with real estate brokers. I currently work with new construction home builders. So I'm very interested in real estate in general. My dad's a landlord. My parents were developers. So I've grown up with real estate kind of in my blood. So I've taken what I've learned at Zillow in terms of, figuring out a really great neighborhood. I think that's something that's really beneficial for my Airbnb, is that it's in this area, the area very well also, where we're close to the airport, close to, I-70 to go to Red Rocks in the mountains. So we're just in a really centrally located place, but we're not right downtown where it's loud and, hectic. We have a little bit of that neighborhood feel to it. So. Okay.
And would you say something a little bit about Airbnb for the local community as opposed to maybe somebody traveling here? Mm-hmm. This is primarily for local people. So what would you want to say to people who live in this area about renting your Airbnb?
Yeah, I've actually had a lot of people stay at my Airbnb who are visiting family in the area, or even people who are local and are having work done on their homes, or just want a staycation, a place with a yard. My sister lives in an apartment with no outdoor space. So it's nice for people to be able to stay somewhere and hang out, in the garden or lay outside. So I definitely think that's, a great option. And I know this neighborhood has so many families and, lots of people that are coming from out of town. So being so close to the airport, it's easy to land and 15 minutes be at the house. So it's definitely a great place. I've even had local people stay and invite over their family members who live in apartments or smaller homes. Not that my house is a mansion by any means, but people like to have a gathering place, and sometimes hotels aren't the best for that. So that's definitely been something people have liked.
Can you say anything about, you live here, but if a person is renting the place, you're not here?
Correct? Yep. I only Airbnb my home when I'm not here. So this is my primary residence. It's the only home that I live in, but I rent it when I'm traveling for work or for personal reasons. I go skiing almost every weekend or hiking, as most of you do who live in Colorado. So anytime I'm away, I like to open up my home and allow others to come stay here. So it's not just sitting here, not being used.
Right. And throughout this interview, I'm going to be posting some pictures and videos, whatever I can get from you on your place. It's very cute.
Thank you.
I really like it. And I was wondering, just mentioning any particular amenities that you think are special about your particular house.
Yeah, so a couple of things that I like about my house. I have a Peloton bike, which I love to work out. And whenever I'm somewhere, I'm often traveling for work. And so it's hard to fit in a workout. So I know some people have come and stayed at my home to work remotely because they can travel and they want to check out Colorado. So it's nice to be able to have that little personal gym here as well. And I have an office with a big screen monitor and a bunch of books. So I think that kind of makes it feel homey and you can really settle in. I also have a fire table outside and a vegetable garden. So people really like to be able to pick their own veggies here and there or sit outside by the fire. I also, everything in my home, I've gotten secondhand or from antique or thrift stores here in Denver. And I have an Instagram account where I post everything and where I've gotten it from. And people have really liked, getting to go check out those shops and see local makers, people who make pottery, jewelry, like anything that I can have that I can display in my home, I love to really promote so people can go check that out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And the place is just decorated lovely. It looks semi-antique, semi-modern, very eclectic type of modern look in the kitchen. It's very beautiful. I will be putting up on the screen some information about how to reach Courtney, how to book the place on Airbnb. And thank you very much, Courtney.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you doing this.
Thank you.
And my name is Jeffrey Herrick. I'm a real estate broker here in Denver. If you have any real estate needs, please feel free to contact me. Okay? Thanks very much. Bye.
Bye.